Hey pot gang, it's Beth here, and today we're repotting Chuck the Cucamelon. So when Chuck is about this size and he's got a good few leaves on him, he's ready to move up to one of our small pots. Don't worry if he's sprawling out like these are instead of growing upright like some plants do. That's just what Chuck does. This is how he's supposed to be. So for this stage, we're going to need a small pot and one of the saucers if you added them. I'm going to fill the pot up to the top. And then you just want to smooth it out to get a nice level surface. Next, we're going to make a hole right in the middle of the pot because that's where Chuck's going to go. So when you're making the hole, make sure that you make it big enough to fit Chuck and all of his compost in. So you want it to be about the size of one of these sections of the seed tray. You want to choose your biggest, strongest Chuck to do this. So I've had a bit of a look and I think this one is the one that I'm going to repot because it's the biggest, the strongest, and it's got the most leaves. So that one's the most ready. So you want to very gently press on the bottom of the seed tray and try and pick Chuck up kind of by his compost. You don't want to hold him by his stem. You might see Chuck's roots wrapped around his compost like this. That's absolutely fine, and actually it's a sign that we're right to move him up a pot size. He's ready to be repotted. So again, very gently, we're going to put him in that perfectly sized hole that we've made, and then we're just going to smooth the compost out around him. Get him tucked in. Make sure that all of his roots are under the compost because that's where roots go. So like we talked about before, Chuck likes to sprawl, and these little tendrils on the end of here help him kind of climb up things and sprawl across things. So to help him do that, we're going to give him a stick that he can climb up. So you want to put the stick in close to his stem, but you don't want to shove it right through his roots because that's not very nice. So we're going to pop the stick in, make sure it's in there nice and securely, and then Chuck will wrap his tendrils around and climb up the stick. So because the weather is so glorious today, I'm going to leave Chuck outside for now. But depending on where you live and what the weather's doing and how cold it's getting, keep an eye on him, and if there's any chance of a frost, bring him back indoors so he doesn't get too cold. So now that Chuck is nicely repotted into his bigger pot, I'm going to give him a drink every couple of days and keep his compost nice and moist. I've got a couple of extra leftover Chucks, you might have the same, so I'm going to pot them into small pots as well. Feel free if you've run out to grab some more from our website. And that's Chuck all done for now. He'll be nice and happy in his small pot for a little while, and in about a month we'll check back in and see if he's ready to move up again.